Okay, Fowler's Facts time. We bring on our statistician, Clinton Fowler. We're going to dive deep into Haiden Deegan's win, which, if you look at some numbers apparently here, Clinton, you could argue this was the most impressive 250 weekend so far this year.
Indeed, Weege. He had an incredible day, obviously. But when you look at the stats, an incredible day. Third in qualifying. He then goes out and he gets a whole shot in one of the two motos. He's averaging second on the first lap, so he's putting himself in great position to do what he did, which is win both motos. He led 20 of the 32 laps, which is the most laps led for anybody in a 250 weekend. And maybe most important is he was the fastest in both motos. And we obviously saw that in Moto 2 when he said that incredible lap time. Maybe most interesting here, Weege, he wins as a rookie, goes 1-1. The last time that was done was in 2006 when Ryan Villopoto won. So pretty impressive to be in that ballpark.
Wow, that's wild. 1-1 seemed like they come and go. I'm surprised to hear that a rookie hasn't done that. And shoot, we're almost going 20 years deep on that. And I will mention, with the most laps led on one day of any rider, remember, Hunter Lawrence has had great days, but most of those are coming from the back. So he's not led laps like this. And that honestly is what worries me most with this title. The 3 points, I feel like if you're Hunter Lawrence, you're like, I still have 6 motos. I'll still average out to be the best guy. But to me, Clinton, that's where it gets dangerous. These Yamahas are so fast, Hunter might have to pass Haiden Deegan to do it. So that, I think, might be the interesting point over the next couple races. So that's why I still feel Hunter's the favorite, but there are some advantages that Deegan might be able to have. What surprised me more, and I'm sure I'm not alone on this, look, the last 4 motos going into this were Deegan's worst of the year. I thought he was done. I thought he was cooked as a rookie. This clearly not the case.
It wasn't like he came in with a ton of momentum, right?
No.
I mean, he came in Southwick 3 weeks ago. He went 4:10 for 6th. Spring Creek last weekend when Hunter was amazing, Haiden only went 5.8 for 7th. So he hadn't been on the podium in 3 rounds. He had started the season with podiums in 4 or 5 races. So it looked like maybe he was tired. He was kind of tailing off. It's his rookie year. Who knows? And in Weege, the other thing that I thought was really interesting, I look at the lap times in a lot of detail. He hadn't set, in those 2 weeks, he hadn't set a top 20 lap time. In the previous 5 rounds, he had. So there was something up. Obviously, that camp got him motivated and fired up coming into Washougal, though.
Yeah, 2 things. I heard something about some data. I think they looked into how he was riding the motorcycle. I think it might have been the revving, but I'm not sure about that. But I think they figured something out technique-wise. But bigger than that, Haiden did tell me in the post-race press conference that by Southwick, he was starting to wear down. And by the way, the reason why is with rookies, they're not used to racing every single weekend. They usually have maybe 6 or 8 big races a year as amateurs. He took some time off after Southwick, rebuilt. 17, I'm sure he recovers pretty quick. And he was much stronger, obviously, at Washougal. So now we have to start analyzing track by track. Hayden's going to be learning Unadilla for the first time because even though they have a few amateur races, they don't usually use the pro track. So I'm assuming it's the first time Hayden's ridden that, which he's dealt with a few times this year. What are Hunter's stats like in the past at Unadilla?
Yeah, he's raced there 2 times, and there's nothing that really sticks out. In 2021, he went 5.11 for 6th, and then in 22, he went 2.5 for 3rd. So nothing here that I can read into. Really, the only one at Unadilla that I think had some great success, or at least did last year, was Joe Shimoda, where he went 1.3 for the overall. So nothing that I see from Hunter to give us a lead of is there an advantage, or is this a great place or not a great place for him. So I think we're probably going to have to leave it to conjecture in maybe the remarks from Moto 2 that Haiden made on the podium.
Yeah, JT and I did discuss that earlier in the show. I think maybe Unadilla also presents the last chance. You mentioned Shimoda, very good at that track. Justin Cooper has been so frustrated to continually get second over and over and not get one of these wins. And RJ Hampshire, remember, 2 weeks ago, we thought we had a 5-rider championship fight. So this is probably going to be the last chance for those 3, Hampshire, Shimoda, and Cooper, to have a big day like Deegan just did and get back into this for the final 2 rounds. Should be really exciting, especially because of those podium comments you mentioned from Haiden. So we're looking forward to Unadilla. Thanks, Clinton.
Thanks, Weege. Can't wait for Unadilla.
Let's wrap this up. We have 2 weekends and 3 weeks off. As we mentioned, everybody will be busy down at the Redlands in this sport. We're back August 12th for Unadilla. And the big part there is we have an NBC show live on the air for the second motos. That'll start at 3 o'clock Eastern for 2 straight hours. If you want to watch the whole thing, of course, Peacock Super Motocross Video Pass.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.